Hey everybody, this is Kelsey.
Hi.
She's like one of the strongest female lifters here at Penn. Obviously, according to Wilkes, she's stronger than me. This is a fact.
Please.
This is a fact I have to admit. I do have some like beginning questions, like introductory questions for her at the beginning, and then I'm just gonna shoot it. So first question will be, why do you decide to get into powerlifting instead of just like regularly coming to the gym and then get a like good shape?
Yeah. So when I was in high school, I did some sports and stuff like that. But then after I quit for like for other reasons, then I started to get into the gym to work out and like lift weights and stuff. Because I just figured it'd be a nice fun outlet to like try and get like some physical activity. But then as I was starting to learn how to lift weights, I realized that I really liked a lot more just like hitting the weights and getting better and better each time instead of going straight for an aesthetic, I guess. Yeah, so like reaching the numbers was like a bit more of a better goal for me, I think.
Like for me, I feel like I have explained this to my like audience before, because like powerlifting for me is like more objective than bodybuilding. Like although I enjoy being like a big pack and like 8-pack and stuff, it's not like objective for me. Like there's not like a, let's say, objective goal for me to achieve. For powerlifting, you can hit like 3 plays, 4 plays, 5 plays.
Yeah, true.
There's like a progress. You always want to warm up with an empty bar, right? So she's doing front squat now, and this is her accessory day. What has the whole like experience of powerlifting given you so far compared to like if you're not doing powerlifting at all?
I think for me it was the aspect of a community, because when I did my first meet, it was so exciting because everyone was just literally cheering you on and everyone's just like screaming at you and just like cheering and all that and things like that. And after the meet, we're all just like high-fiving and having a great time. And I think just being able to have that kind of family friend aspect was a really exciting opportunity that had me always wanting to compete.
Yeah, definitely. The moment when people like cheer you on, like during one of your lifts, like that feeling is awesome.
Yeah.
So is there like a specific percentage that you're calculating your warm-up weight, or you're just like generally warming up with this for any of your squats?
Yeah, it's usually just for comfort. I don't really calculate percentage, but some people do, but it's usually just like I do small increments.
Okay. So normally just put a 25 on this.
Yeah.
For like either back squat and front squat.
Yeah.
All right. Noted. Question. Do you notice like a difference between girls who do powerlifting and then girls who don't? Like maybe mindset difference, like?
I think for a lot of people who've gotten into powerlifting, it seems like they seem to have like a lot, at least from my perspective in the female audience, it's a lot of people who have gone through something, you know? And so they turn to work to the weights to be able to be some sort of I guess you could call it a therapeutic release for them. And it's just like a good fun outlet where they don't feel like they're being objectified by what they look like or things like that, where instead they can still just focus on the numbers and not try to pick their body apart and things like that.
Your current height and weight class, just for like references purposes.
Okay, 5'9", and I compete in the 72s, but I'm on the lighter end of that.
Okay,
yeah. So my best lifts are around a 281 squat, a little over a 160 bench, and 360 deadlift. Okay.
How many years have you trained?
I've been training for about five years, but then I've been competing for a little over 3 or 4 years.
And you just answered current max. So she's currently front squatting 135, and then today she's gonna work up to 187 probably. That's her weight today. That's a lot of weight. Like give a general description about your current like training split. Like how many days a week?
Yeah, so right now I'm training 4 days a week. and it's just usually what works best with my schedule, I guess.
That's like the most common like training split, I guess, like 4 days a week. And then how many days you push, pull, like deadlift and stuff?
I have a full SBD day once a week, and then 2 other days are just like bodybuilding style days, like one an upper and then a lower day. And then I have another day where it's like another lower body, like hypertrophy kind of day. But yeah, so just kind of focused on getting better at my main lifts.
Okay. Are there any like suggestions you can give about front squatting? Like general posture wise, like hand position and stuff?
For me, it's just kind of like, what's really important for me is like having enough flexibility in your lats to be able to get a really good racking position.
Yeah.
And so that helps keeps you upright. And so you can be able to just focus a lot on getting the power from your legs and keeping your core tight.
Girls are generally like a lot more flexible than guys. She grips here, and I have to grip like all the way here. Yeah. Also, front squat is really good for your lower back. It's an excellent exercise to do, and it really work your quads. The next question would be, do you track your macros like on a daily basis? Do you remember your macros now? Or you can just give it like a general number?
I think I'm around 2,400 calories, and it's about a little over 300 carbs, 145, 150 protein. Okay. 60 fat probably.
Okay, that's probably it.
If that math adds up.
Because I do like probably like 90, 95 fat. Yeah, that's probably it. This is evidence that she's stronger than me. Right here. That's 187. Let's go. Let's go. How do you feel?
Not too bad.
Not too bad?
I felt worse.
Damn. She is strong. Do you currently have a coach or you're a self-coach?
Yeah, when I first started off, I just ran some online programming, and then as I got a bit more into competitive powerlifting, then I looked for a coach who could be able to help me out with that. And so I work with someone.
So what's the reason for you to squat in heels instead of like just flat shoes?
For me, heels, they help me feel a lot more stable. And also they're really good with like ankle mobility. So that way I can be able to like squat a lot deeper than if I was just in flats.
Okay. What do you think are the advantages of getting a coach compared to like you self-coaching yourself?
Well, with getting a coach, it's someone who can kind of give you feedback and on technical progress with your lifts and maybe give you some advice. And also they can be able to, whenever you have a bad gym day, like sometimes you want to get down on yourself and it's a bit of a bummer, but then
sometimes it's just too frustrating.
Yeah. And then they can just tell you to snap right out of it and be like, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's all part of the process. So, and also during the meet day, they also are really helpful.
Damn, why don't you use a belt? It's supposed to be beltless?
No, but I just use them just to help get my core stronger. I probably should be trying them with a belt and maybe see if I can do better.
You see? Her belt is right. I kind of want to show them our grip width. So this is her grip width for front squat. Since we're both doing low bar, I just want to show them like the grip width difference, because you see like her hands are here, and for me I have to like put my hands here to really do low bar squat. So for me, holding the hands that close is like impossible. How do you choose between conventional and sumo?
Well, I mainly do sumo. That's my main competition lift.
Why do you do sumo first?
It's mainly because of preference, and I have pretty good hip flexibility, and so I feel a lot stronger doing sumos.
So at the beginning of your powerlifting journey, you did both?
Yeah.
And then,
I actually did both, but then when I realized that I liked sumo a lot better, and I was able to like pull more and it wasn't so overly taxing, then I converted over to sumo.
Okay, all right. So it's recommended to try both. You pick your lift, but still train both. How wide do you grip for conventional?
I have a grip that's right outside my on my thigh, and then but I set my conventional stance to being like normal standing shoulder width apart.
All right.
So I'm able to just grab like a natural grip, like right around my shin.
Why didn't you set your hip lower so you can keep your upper body more upright?
If I set my hips lower, then I would just lose a lot of power, and I wouldn't pick the weight up off the ground as easily. And also, it would just like my back was like rounding and going all out crazy. Keep my hamstring more engaged and have a lower position.
Because like everybody has different body like proportions and mechanics. You just really have to try to find your own. Now she's gonna give you some tips for sumo deadlift.
Yeah, so for my sumos, you can, when it comes to the starting position, it kind of depends pretty much on your current mobility and flexibility. So some people can have a really wide stance, and some people have a more of a narrow stance, and that's perfectly okay. So then, but that you can just kind of play it and adjust it according to your preference. And so one of my favorite cues for sumo is trying to get it, when you get it off of the ground, is that I think about spreading my feet out, like down and out.
Down and out.
Pushing into the ground. Almost like as if there's like a crack in the middle of the ground and trying to spread it apart. And so that helps me keep my lower body engaged and keeps it really tight. So.
Do remember to engage your lats.
Yes, that's
pulling.
Very key.
So whenever you're doing the GHR machine, make sure your upper body goes all the way to the bottom. So like what she's doing right now. So this is a full range of motion. Mimic that you are currently deadlifting. You can put your, like what she's doing right now. You put your arms in front of you, like what you will do when you're deadlifting. When you're at the top, just imagine you're thrusting your hip forward. Yeah. So you can do it either way. Either you can mimic your deadlift movement, or you can just put your hands in the back and then just treat it as a lower back exercise.
Let's go, bro.
Dude, this is so cool.
All my shirts like this from now on.
I'm gonna use this as a cover photo, dude. Will strength training either increase or decrease your cup size?
I really wish it increased my cup size, but no, with all like upper body training that I still do, my cup size is pretty much like stayed the same, but like it really helps make it a little bit more perky and stuff. Like it helps with the shape of it. It's gonna be really awkward for you, but yeah.
People saying like cardio will like definitely decrease.
Probably, yeah, because like when you drop in body weight, that makes sense.
And then,
But like with strength training, like you're building up the muscles underneath.
can I train during periods?
Yeah, definitely. So it's all depends on your bodies and how pretty much like how bad your cycle is. Like some girls get really bad cramps, and so they just like don't feel well and don't feel like training at all, and that's totally fine. And like for me personally, like it doesn't bother me, like I don't really get any back cramps, so it's like I'm able to train like no problem. But it's all based off of your like how you feel according to that day.
If you feel pretty bad, it's not a bad thing to just skip your training.
Yeah, you can just like skip your training, take it light. Just like don't beat yourself up over it, you know?
All right.
Like it happens.
For a true beginner who never trained any kinds of like strength stuff before, what are some beginner strength workouts that you would recommend?
I definitely recommend just like full body, just to kind of get into your total body awareness and just like be kind of more comfortable with how your body moves, doing like squats and deadlifts and like bench pressing and focusing on the compound movements and making sure you have a good foundation and proper form.
For those who want to cut first, is there like a specific goal for them to hit?
I guess it's mainly just on your personal preference.
Yeah, I feel
But
like so.
and if like you don't want to drop your calories so low, like when you're cutting, so that way that can like really mess with your hunger levels and so
True.
like your focus, so you're not totally starving throughout the day. And you don't want to be at a point where you have your calories super low. So just like kind of have a gradual decrease when you're cutting, and up to like a body fat percentage where you feel most comfortable. And then when you feel like you're in a good place to start bulking up, then you can.
Also, I feel like nowadays, girls are generally more picky about their body. I feel like most of the girls think they're like kind of fat. Sometimes like boys just like don't care. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have a CAG, I'm fine with it. Is there any movement that you recommend for those who cannot go to the gym?
Like definitely some body weight exercises are really good. Like some of my favorite you can do like body weights and like some small resistance bands if you can get off of Amazon or something like that.
But you have to really nail down your form before you try any of the heavyweight though.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of doing heavyweight. Like how can I overcome this like fear?
It's a mental thing to get through.
Because I feel like for you guys like 225 and above, like when you first started, must seem pretty like heavy.
Oh yeah.
Because for me, it was like
it's a little bit different, and so it's like just like taking things like step by step, just like a little bit, and being able to just not be too intimidated by the weights. And so like when you just like you don't really, and if you feel like intimidated by those heavy weights, then you can just like kind of almost like embrace it, I guess.
Okay.
But to try not to let like that fear inhibit you from doing the best that you can, and also just like still just kind of steadily progressing over time.
Yeah.
And if like you're like really scared, then don't be afraid to ask for a spot to be able to like help you out.
That's a really good advice.
Yeah, and like there was a time when like when squatting 160 pounds was like so heavy for me, but I considered that like one of my all-time PRs at the time. But now that's just like warm up weight. So
Yeah.
it's like steadily over time it won't be as scary.
They're wondering like they will become too muscular if they ever touch like strength sport.
Oh man, I wish. You get really jacked muscles. No, but to get those really big, scary muscles that some people may see on social media, that takes like a lot of like steroid usage and.
Because like girls are generally like pretty low in testosterone.
Yeah, definitely.
You're like I think 10 times lower than male. I think.
Yeah, that sounds pretty.
So it's like really hard to really gain those like bodybuilder muscles that you see on social media. Your body's gonna get more toned rather than getting like what you thought is like muscular and like too shredded and stuff.
Yeah.
Like especially for strength sport, for instance, your squat, like let's say your grip width, your stance width. Like a lot of things you have to like try it out like personally. You cannot just like copy someone else's form. It's like for sumo and conventional. You really have to try both to see like which one is the stronger lift for you, and then you have to continue to do both. That will be the ending of today's video. We'll see you guys next time.